Okay, today we'll do some more sums with gas laws. I see in this sum you see it will prove that the volume of a gas at 273 degrees Celsius is twice its volume at 273 Kelvin. That means we have to prove that this volume, that means gas at this temperature, is twice of this gas. So that means if this condition, if the volume is X, then under this condition the volume will become 2x. You understand? Because they told what? Prove that the volume of a gas at this is twice at this. So that means the first case, this volume is twice this case. So if I take this as initial case, then this one will be the final case. That means if my initial volume is say X, then my final volume has to be 2x. So that is what you have to prove. Now in this case we can simply keep that initial volume as V1 and the final volume as V2, so that we can relate V1 and V2. So we can say let the initial volume be V1, that is at how much? 273 Kelvin. So that means this becomes T1, and the final volume, like the final volume will be V2. So generally we take V1 as initial volume and V2 as final volume. So that the initial volume of the gas is V1 and the temperature is 273 Kelvin, and the final volume of the gas we are taking as V2, and which is at 273 degree Celsius, and that is T2. And therefore finally we can say that T2 is in fact 273 plus 273 Kelvin, because we have to convert into Kelvin. So I get 546 Kelvin. So my initial volume is V1, initial temperature is 273 Kelvin, final volume is V2, final temperature is T2. So now we can say, according to Charles' law, we can say V1 by V2, where T1 is equal to V2 by T2. And now we can put the values. So V1 and T1 is 273 Kelvin, V2 is the final volume, and T2 is 546 Kelvin, right? Now we can see here that 273 and this will get cancelled. So finally what I get? 2 into V1 equals to V2, and finally therefore I can say that V2 is twice of V1, and therefore I can say that final volume is equal to, or we can in sentence we can say final volume is twice the initial volume, and that is hence proved. Okay. Okay, now in this sum they told find the volume of a gas at 10 degrees Celsius and 380 millimeter pressure when its volume at STP is 100 centimeter cube. So that means what we know this, its volume at STP is this, and what we have to find? We have to find the volume at 10 degree and this. So that means these are my final values. That means I can say this is T2, right? Because we have to find V2, find the volume. So that means initial volume I can say V1, T1, P1. So I can say initial volume is 100 centimeter cube. And they told when its volume at STP is this. So that means these are the initial condition, right? Initial conditions are given. and volume is given 100, and at STP means standard temperature and pressure. So therefore my temperature will be 0 degrees Celsius and that will become as 273 Kelvin, and my pressure will be 760 millimeter, because here the other pressure is given in millimeter. So you know STP we generally have three values, common value, either 1 atm or 76 centimeter of mercury or 760 millimeter of mercury. Now since here the other pressure is given in millimeter, so we will take the pressure in millimeter. So we will take 760 millimeter as pressure. Similarly V2 we have to find, then T2 is 10 degrees Celsius and that is 10 plus 273 and that is 283, and P2 will be 380 millimeter. And now here we'll use gas equation. So now we can use P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2, and I will put the value 760, V1 is 100, T1 is 273, P2 is 380, V2 we have to find, and T2 is 283. So from here we can get the value of V2. So we get 760 into 100 into 283 by 273 into 380 is equal to V2, and that was centimeter cube. And then after cancellation we can get, so I get V2 as 200 into 283 by 273 centimeter cube, and now after that you convert into decimal and you will get your answer. Okay, now in this sum you see 100 centimeter cube of gas at STP is heated to 30 degrees Celsius and at 19 centimeter of mercury. Find its new volume. Now this is sum number 3 in fact. Now in sum number 2 and 3 you can see in both cases there was STP. But sometimes students fail to understand the concept that when I should take the initial values as STP and when I should take the final values as STP. It's just a language. Now if you remember in the previous sum we have taken the final values of as STP, T2. But here you can see 100 centimeter cube of gas at STP. And we have to find the volume of the gas when the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius and the pressure is 19 centimeters. So that means that is what we have to understand in different questions. When out of P1, V1, T1 and P2, V2 and T2, when I will take the STP value here or when I will take the STP value here. So that's simple English language you have to understand. Now here from the language we can understand that the 100 centimeter cube of gas is at STP. And we have to find the volume of the gas when its temperature is changed to 30 degrees Celsius and 19 centimeter. So that language you have to understand. So here we can see that P1 is 76 centimeters of mercury. P1 initial pressure, that's STP. So therefore I am taking P1. Now if you remember in number 2 we have taken P2 as the value of STP, and there we had written 760 millimeter because the other pressure was given in millimeter. Now here one more other pressure is given in centimeter, so therefore I am taking that STP value as centimeter and it is the initial values. So initial pressure is this, initial temperature of the gas is 0 degrees Celsius, which is 273 Kelvin, and the initial volume of the gas is 100. Now similarly, P2 will be 19 centimeter of mercury. V2 that you have to find, and T2 is 30 degrees Celsius, which is 30 plus 273. And then we'll put the value. So finally 76 into 100 into 303 by 273 into 19, that much centimeter cube will be V2, and then we'll do the calculations and we'll keep your answer in decimal. Okay. Okay, now see in this sum, 87 centimeter cube of moist gas is measured at 9 degrees Celsius and 659 millimeter pressure. Now you have to find the volume of dry gas at STP. That means we have to find the volume of dry gas excluding the moisture. And now since they told us to find the volume of dry gas, and therefore in bracket they have given the vapor pressure of water at 9 degrees Celsius is 9 millimeter of mercury. That means here the pressure that is given, now since this is a moist gas, it's a moist gas. So that means the pressure 659 is including the vapor pressure, the water vapor pressure also. So that means water vapor pressure plus dry gas pressure is equal to 659. And therefore in the solution, first of all you have to find the pressure due to dry gas. Pressure due to dry gas. Now pressure due to dry gas, naturally it will be 659 minus 9 millimeter of mercury, and that is 650 millimeter of mercury. Understand? So this is the initial values. So therefore now I can say P1 equals to 650. So I have not used P1 as 659. So that's the difference. Otherwise the sum is normal now. So P1 is 650. T1 will be how much? 9 degrees Celsius, and 9 plus 273 Kelvin. That means 282 Kelvin. And V1, that is initial volume of the gas, is 87 centimeter cube. Similarly P2, we have to find the volume at STP. So that means pressure, I will take that STP pressure. Now STP pressure other is in millimeter, so here what I will take? I will take 760 millimeter of mercury. And similarly T1 at STP means 0 degrees Celsius, which means 273 Kelvin. And we have to find what? Find the volume of, now whatever volume I will get the volume of the dry gas. And then I will use that gas equation again, P1 V1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. And then we will put the values. Okay, I hope after that you can do now. We will put the values and we will do. Okay, now before going to the next sum, I just want to explain you these two terms. Now many students get confused about this language. You should understand the difference between these two languages, by and to. Now when I say decrease by and when I say decrease to a certain percentage, suppose. So very important to understand. Now suppose I say volume of a gas, suppose it is 200 centimeter cube, initial volume. Okay, so suppose volume of a gas, okay, is 200 centimeter cube. Now two condition. Now first, if I say volume decreased by say 20% or say 40%. When I say volume decreased by 40%, that means this volume minus 40% of this is decreased by 40%. So that means in that case, when it is by, I will do 200 minus 40% of 200, right? So that means in that case, suppose this one is my V1, then my V2 will become this. Understand? So this is decreased by. But if the question come in this form, कि the volume decreases to decreases to 40%. Now decreases to 40% means directly the volume is becoming 40%. So that means in that case, my volume will be directly, I will say V2 as 40% of 200. So you understand? So it's just the difference between these two lines. Now if the students don't understand this, then sometimes in place of 120 they will end up writing 80, or in place of 80 they will end up writing 120. So this is very important to understand, that where is by and where is to, it is decreased by or decreased to. Same thing can happen for increase also, increased by or increased to. So that is what you have to understand before coming to the next sum. Okay. Okay, now in this sum they told it is found on heating a gas, its volume increases by 50% and pressure decreases to 60%. So just now what I have explained to you about by and to, so you see both the language is used here. So again, it is found on heating a gas, its volume is increasing by 50% and its pressure decreases to 60% of its original value, means after heating. And its original temperature was minus 15 degrees Celsius, find the temperature to which it was heated. So that means, now here they have not given us exactly what was the volume and what was the pressure. So we can directly say, now we can directly say P1, V1, T1 while plotting. Now P2, V2 and T2. We can directly say pressure we can take as X. So we will write here, say, that's let pressure is equal to X, P1 initial pressure. Volume also we don't know, so let us take the original volume as Y. So this is also say, so let original volume is this, and the temperature, the original temperature was minus 15 degrees Celsius. So minus 15 plus 273 Kelvin, so 58, we get 258 Kelvin. Okay. And they told what, the pressure decreases to 60%, means pressure is becoming directly 60%. So P2 will be directly 60% of X. So now if I cancel this, I get this. So P2 I get 3 by 5 of X, 3 by 5X or 3X by 5. Similarly V2 is increases by 50%. So increases by 50% will be this, na? Y plus 50% of Y. Y plus 50% of Y. So I get in fact Y plus Y by 2, and after taking LCM I will get 3Y by 2. Right? And my T1 I have to find. Understand? And now again I will use gas law. Therefore I can say P1 V1 by T1 and then P1 is X, V1 is Y, and T1 is 258. Again P2 is 3x by 5, so 3x goes there and 5 will come here, and V2 is 3y by 2, so 3y will go there and 2 will come here. So sorry, this will be T2 and T2 will be here. Okay, so finally I can say T2 comes here and all this goes there, so finally we can say T2 is 3x into 3y into 258, right, by 5 into 2 into x into y. And then now I can say this x and x got cancelled and y got cancelled. And then we have 9 into 258 and by 10. Now I'll get in Kelvin, and then you have to convert, give your answer in degree Celsius. So after getting in Kelvin, you have to subtract minus 273 and then you will get your answer in degree Celsius. Okay. Okay, now in this one they told a cylinder of 20 liter capacity contains a gas at 100 atm pressure. How many flasks of 200 centimeter cube capacity can be filled from it at 1 atm pressure, temperature remaining constant? Now try to understand. At present, the initial volume of the gas is how much? 20 liter. And initial pressure is how much? 100 atm, where temperature is constant. That means we will apply Boyle's law here. But what they told, how many flasks of 200 centimeter cube capacity can be filled from it when the pressure is 1 atm? Now that means if the pressure is 100 atm, high pressure, the volume of the gas is 20 liter. Now try to understand, if I decrease the pressure to 1 atm, according to Boyle's law, you know what? When the pressure will decrease, the volume will increase. So naturally the volume of this gas will increase, right? And that quantity of gas, now if it is filled in small cylinders, small capacity cylinders, and each capacity is 200. Understand the question? So when I decrease the pressure from 100 to 1 atm, what will be happen to this volume? The volume will increase. Now that increased volume gas, when that gas is filled in these cylinders, then how many cylinders will be required? So simply you can understand, you have to first find V2 and then you have to divide that V2 with 200. Then we will get the number of flasks. Understand? So that is the main concept of this. So first of all, from here we will use Boyle's law and we will simply find the final volume. So we can say it is P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. So P1 100 atm, V1 is 20, P2 is 1 and V2 is this. And I got V2 as this much liter. But try to understand, your small cylinder capacity is given in centimeter cube. So naturally for dividing, I have to first convert this also into centimeter cube, and we can simply use that 2000 into 1000 centimeter cube, because 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. So finally this is V2, and now I can say therefore number of flask will give this volume 1 2 3 4 5 6 centimeter cube and divide by 200 centimeter cube. Okay, and then I have 10,000. So finally I get 10,000 cylinders. That is the answer. Okay.